Hey guys, welcome to Queen Airbender Tarot. Today we are going to do your full moon collective reading. Now keep in mind it's a general reading, which means it cannot possibly apply to every single person that is watching. But if you would like a personal reading, all of the information will be pinned in the comment section below. In case you are new to the channel, welcome, come on in. And in case you're returning, thank you for joining me again today. And I hope that you guys are doing well. So before we get into it, I want to remind you guys that today I am doing a discount reading sale for our full moon. Today is a full moon eclipse in the sign of Pisces. The sale began at 8 a.m. and it will wrap up at midnight Central Standard Time. The link will be pinned in the comment section below. Again, the sale will wrap up at midnight. So if you want that discounted price, make sure you click the link in the discounted link in the comment section below and get that deal before, it goes back to the regular price. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it. It's a lot of energy here today, and of course it makes a lot of sense. It's an eclipse. You guys know eclipse energy is so powerful. It is sweeping. Every time I think about eclipse, I just see stuff being swept out of people's life. Just it's real quick, it's real sudden. Okay, and for a lot of y'all, you're gonna feel it. Like immediately you're gonna feel the sweeping changes. And for those of you who feel like I don't feel anything, it feels like a regular day, just wait. This one is a biggie. I'm telling you, it's a biggie for a lot of people, especially on the emotional level. And then your intuition. A lot of people's intuition is about to be popping. It's about to be off the chain. I'm also seeing a lot of in my third eye, I'm seeing a lot of people's third eyes awakening. So you're seeing things not just with your two eyes, okay? You're seeing things spiritually. You're seeing the veil. The veil is being thin. And it's like it's no blockages for the truth. You're seeing the truth of everything around you. And it may not be every single thing very clearly, but you're realizing things that you once thought they don't even resonate anymore, because you're seeing things from a completely different perspective. And that perspective is one of like spirituality, from a spiritual standpoint, whether you're religious, spiritual, whatever you resonate with. It's like you're seeing things not from the 3D, not from the physical, not from the mundane, not from this earthly. You're seeing things on a higher vibrational frequency. And I do feel like a lot of people's vibrational frequencies are, they're being heightened also. For a lot of you all, you've been through a storm. You've been going through a storm for a while, okay? Because what I heard was that you are currently exiting the storm. And I want you guys, let's go ahead and jump into it, because I have to show you guys these cards before we get into the song, because I feel like it's going to fall into place once you see it. At the bottom of the deck, and I love how Spirit gives us these messages, because you guys know I do a lot of shuffling. I don't ever put cards in any type of position, because it would be injustice for me and you. There's no reason for me to put cards in any specific manner to get some type of storyline. I'm always going to rock with whatever Spirit tells me to share with you all. And literally at the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Pentacles. If you look at it, there's a storm clouds. There's storm clouds behind them, and it's a strike of lightning. And you got a ship right here. Now, two messages I'm getting with this ship. Some of you guys' relationships are changing, okay? Relationships with family, friends, loved ones, children, just anybody. Your relationships is changing. Some of you guys' relationships with money, the way you deal with your finances is changing. And then also that ship, if you think about it, when the fishermen, and just think about even the stories with the pirates, and what do? They go out to sea seeking treasure, seeking something of value. And it's just making me feel like you guys have been going through the storm on your journey to find value in yourself, going through the storm in order to get to that place in life that you want to be at. You know what I mean? Just to add value to your life, just to see, you know what I'm saying, that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for a lot of you all. And what I'm getting with this is like, just like I was mentioning, you're exiting the storm, because the storm clouds are behind him. Anything behind you is the past. Okay. And he's up under that rainbow. That rainbow is positivity, abundance, happiness, enlightenment. So you're leaving this storm behind you, but you could still be there's some residual from some things that you've been through. Because if you look at his hairs all over the place, he looks like he's a little agitated or distraught or frustrated. So right now, as you're watching this, you could be very frustrated with where you are in life, but they're saying you are exiting. You're exiting that storm. That's exactly what you're doing. Because even though this ship is being struck by lightning, it is still moving forward. Okay. Also, some of you all have gone through a very trying time in multiple relationships in your life. Again, it doesn't just have to be romantic. It can be with family, friends. Again, your relationship with money. Some of you all were not very good at managing money, but you may have went through a storm, went through a tower moment where you were going through a lot of hardships with your finances, and those hardships taught you how to manage your finances better, taught you how to really sit down and focus on what was necessary versus what is just idle bullshit. So your relationships with things and people have been changing, or it's going to change significantly. But I feel like either way it goes, you are coming out much stronger than you went in. Before you went to that storm, you know, I just feel like you're stronger. I'm just going to say that. That's all I could really say in regards to what I'm picking up. Because I keep feeling strength. I wouldn't be surprised if we keep seeing the strength card pop up. I keep seeing strength. And also strength is associated with Leo and Leo season. We just left Leo season. So for some of y'all, you could have been going through a very challenging time where you entered the storm in Leo season, which is July, August time frame, right? So let's get into the song. The song that I got was Be Okay by Ingrid Michaelson. Miss Ingrid happens to be a Sagittarius, so you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus individual. You could have those placements as well. I'm also getting you can have a Sagittarius Mars or North Node. I'm getting that also. Your North Node is your life purpose, your fate and destiny, what you're meant to do here. For some of you all, you feel lost. Because this could be someone who feels lost at sea. And then when I think about sea, I think about water. When I think about water, I think about emotions and feelings. Right now, the full moon, you know that energy. The moon rules over our emotions and feelings. Right now, you guys may be going through an emotional storm. Like, what am I doing? Where am I supposed to be? How do I navigate? You know, if you think about a ship, you have to navigate to get to your destination. Some of y'all are wondering, how do I navigate this current cycle? And I almost said constant cycle. So some of y'all feel like you keep going through the same constant cycle over and over again. Spirit's telling me to tell you that that's done. It's being eclipsed out of your life. If you keep going through the same patterns over and over again, you have finally learned the lessons, and it is being eclipsed out of your life. And that goes back to the name of the song. The name of the song is Be Okay. And she says over and over again in the hook of the song, I just want to be okay, be okay, be okay. I just want to be okay today. And it's making me feel like a lot of you are like, look, God, if you just help me make it through this day. But I feel like for some of y'all, you have been saying that damn near every day. Keep saying it. Keep saying it. Whatever gives you hope, whatever gives you faith, keep saying it repetitively. That's becoming an affirmation for you. God, if you let me get through this day, I promise you I will do great things. God, if you let me get through this day, I promise you I will not sleep on myself. I will not sleep on my gifts. I will continue to thrive. You know, you need to put that out there to the universe because the universe already put it out there for you. So you got to match it. You got to match the universe because the universe is telling you you're going to be okay. I don't even like that song, but it does have a very positive, you know, it's like having a positive outlook. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm getting for your song. Your spirit animal today is the wolf, okay? And what I heard is from the hunted to the hunter. Now, when you think about a hunter, it doesn't have a positive association with it, but I don't feel like it's in a negative way. I feel like you feel like people, places, and it's just situations have been preying on you. Now you are taking control. You are the person in the position of power and authority in your life. I'm hearing season opportunities. And then I'm also, if you think about wolves, there's always a leader of the pack. I feel like a lot of the things that you went through have prepared you to be in a position of leadership. Okay? That's what I'm getting for a lot of you all. The storm prepared you to be in a position of leadership. Courage, intelligence, loyalty associated with community, finding your true path, lessons of solitude, using your instinctive nature, listening to your instincts, okay? And then trusting your inner voice. It's also associated with your wild nature, like primal nature. Like for a lot of y'all, it's time for you to revert back to scratch. We evolve, we learn things, but sometimes people can become indoctrinated in their behavior and in their beliefs. And they're telling you, like, go back to your roots. And for me, what I'm getting with that go back to roots is like, go back to what you are passionate about, not what people tell you should be doing, not what the direction that life has pushed you in because of circumstances. They're telling you, go back to what you love. Go back to what you have always wanted to do. Just go back to your passions. That is where you're going to thrive. That's exactly where your success rests, okay? Also, trusting your inner voice. Like I said, trust what you believe. Trust what you feel. And I feel like I said that, but I'm getting something about trusting your inner voice. Trust you. Don't listen to what anybody else has to say. Trust yourself, okay? Balance between independence and unity. Again, when I think about wolves, they roam in a pack. But then also, every so often, you'll see a wolf straying alone. That's the leader. That wolf knows that I don't need a pack, but I'm meant to lead one. So for some of you all, this message is you are needing to step into a position of leadership. Something with your community, something with your work life, something with your personal home life, with your children. You know what I mean? Because a lot of time as parents, and I'm a parent, so I can speak for this, we get in this parental role where, yes, you need to lead your children, you need to lead by example, but a lot of time we're human too, so we get into survival mode. I have to pay bills, I have to take care, make sure they have the necessities and things that they need, but you also need to lead by example. So if you tell your children, like, okay, you need to calm down, you need to rest, you need to study better, and this, don't tell them this stuff and you're not showing them this as an example yourself. When life gets frustrating, then you start spazzing out and acting crazy or whatever. But then when your child does it, then you're telling them, like, you need to calm down. No, they're living and learning by your example. Remember, in this situation, you are a leader, whether you look at it that way or not. Some people don't do that because, again, we're humans. Whether we're parents or not, you go into survival mode. And a lot of time in survival mode, we don't think about the essentials of the little details in life with certain things. We just, oh, I'm just trying to make it, you know? And that goes back to even with that song, I'm just trying to be okay. Especially people who are single parents, it's like, I'm just trying to be okay. I'm just trying to survive and keep them alive with me and, you know, just trying to function. Because a lot of people are just functioning in life. But they're telling you, you really need to step into a leadership role. And in order to do that, you need to lead by example. So that's a big focus at this time for a lot of you. And again, going from independence to unity, know when to do things alone and know when it's time for you to lean on community and lean on your resources. Know when to do that. That's someone who is using their instinctual energy to maneuver through life, to lead in life, to be successful in life, okay? So let's talk about some names. First, middle, last name, street name, business name, put it where it applies. Ellen, Greg, Chase, Elizabeth, Sarah, Carly, Trenton, Lonnie, Joshua, Travis, of course, Michelson, Lyric, Taylor, Gross, Milton, Wells, Boyd, Sticks, and Peyton. And Spirit is telling me to go back to Lyric. For some of you all, they are really telling you to listen or read the lyrics of the song Be Okay by Ingrid Michaelson. I'm also getting like the part that I kept hearing, I just want to be okay today. Some of you all is like, just keep focusing on making it through these current moments that you're in right now. Just keep focusing on that. Every single day, God, universe, whatever you resonate with, just let me get through this day. Let me get through, and not just let me get through this day, let me get through this day successfully. Let me get through this day with gratitude. Let me get through this day with honor in my heart and spirit and mind. Let me help someone else get through this day. Let me help me guide someone, you know, in a positive way. So I just feel like they're saying, use your positive affirmations, use your positive thought patterns, regardless of how heavy it is. It's so easy to say, right, that be positive, try to see the positive. I've been through times like that too, where it's like, yeah, I'm not feeling very positive. This is bullshit. But then when I catch myself feeling like that, I guarantee you, I always change that frame of mind. You don't let that negativity seep in, because once it seeps in, it sets up shop, and you do not want that. So when you feel at your lowest low, even if you don't believe what you're saying, force your mind to say something positive. Force that negative energy out. Keep saying it. A lot of you all during this time, it's time for you to say affirmations. It's time for you to put affirmations at play, because affirmations help you manifest. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to go through the deck until we get the major arcana, the moon. We'll get the card that comes before and the card that comes after, and then we'll get clarifiers for our full moon collective reading. Currently at the bottom of the deck, hello, speak light into your situation. The Eight of Wands, fast moving communication, coming out of the blue unexpectedly. Wow, I love this. Look at that. And then, okay, this is crazy because remember I was saying, like, for some of y'all, something may have happened in Leo season. You got two energies associated with Leo. Leo season is July, August. You got the Eight of Wands, and then you have the major arcana, the Sun. The Sun is the most positive card in the whole entire deck of tarot. Hello. So I do feel like you all are not even expecting how things, you cannot even begin to realize how things are getting ready to shift in your favor. And it's going to happen very rapidly. You see how the wands are moving very quickly. For some of you all, you got some good news coming in within the next 8 days. For some of you all, hell, it could be within the next 8 hours. And for some of you all, at 8 o'clock, either today when you're watching it or 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Also, dates that have an 8 in it. The 8th, the 18th, the 28th could be very important. As I'm doing this reading right now, today is the 7th. Tomorrow would be the 8th. For some of you all, you got some good news coming in. Very, very good news. Very positive, okay? So let's go ahead. Yep, coming in. The Chariot is your divine vehicle. It helps you move forward. Cancerian energy here. I'm just getting positive, you know, vibes here. And I feel like for a long time, a lot of you all have been going through some hardships. Remember I was talking about earlier with the wolf about unity and community. Remember how we had in the very first card was the Two of Pentacles. He had the storm clouds behind him, but he was right up under the rainbow. You got another rainbow. You got another rainbow. I say this all the time. After every rainstorm is a rainbow. And as I mentioned earlier, a lot of you all are currently exiting the storm. You will have support during this endeavor, during this journey, or you will be a support system. Either way it goes, it's going to work out in your favor. Okay. So let's go ahead. We want the moon. Look at that. Let me tell y'all, I wouldn't be surprised if we seen the strength. You guys watch me shuffle. So you got the Ten of I want to say the Ten of Pentacles. So some of you guys got money coming in, some unexpected money coming in. You got the Ten of Cups, Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. You got unexpected money coming in. Somebody back pay. Somebody's gonna pay you back. If you have been doing some like type of court case or some type of situation, that money is coming in. It's going to happen. Somebody's going to help you get the money that you need. Even if it's not a court case or some type of back pay, like if you're applying for some type of loan or whatever, somebody's going to help. They're going to work with you. She has the thread that she's using to sew with. Somebody's going to work with you so you can get the money that you need, that financial stability that you need. And didn't I say we're going to see the strength? I would not be surprised if we've seen it. And there you go. There you go. You got the strength card. Walking out of the darkness into the light. That's exactly what I was getting. That's exactly what I was getting. Some of y'all could be a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, also Mars. So let's go ahead. Again, we want that moon. The card that comes before and the card that comes after for our full moon eclipse. Okay, this is an eclipse collective reading. I'm very excited about this actually because I feel like somebody just needs to feel the shift. Like right now you may not feel the shift, but it's coming. Let me tell y'all, peep this, right? So you got the moon and right in front of that, what you got? Bossing up. You are in control. You're going from the Two of Pentacles with somebody who's going through some hardship to now feeling like you're on top of the world. And it doesn't have to be an energy of like arrogance or feeling like you're more important than anybody else. It's just like on top of your own personal world. Like you feel like you have control over things that are going on in your world. Aries energy here. Some of you guys are coming up with a game plan and you are prepared to execute it. You are prepared. And you know, an emperor is a leader. Remember I said for a lot of y'all, the storm that you went through was to put you in a position of leadership. Okay? If I'm going to tell you, if you were going through some hardships with your finances, with your money, and you have children, I feel like whatever hardship and difficulty you went through, you're like, I absolutely never want my children to have to experience this. Let me show them how to do it. But you couldn't have taught them appropriately if you didn't experience it yourself. And because you lived through some hardships, because you lived through some challenges, now you know how to teach your children appropriately how to manage their finances, how to kind of, you know, maneuver a certain way in life, how to move a certain way in life. Also, as far as like love-based relationships, because you know the emperor, he always is a divine counterpart. Some of you all have a love relationship coming in. If you're married already or if you're coupled already, you may have been going through a storm with your partner. I'm getting that also. You got the moon. If you're going through some type of hardship with your partner, there's going to be a reconciliation with the Judgment card. There's reconciliation, bringing the situation back to life. And his music, the way he's blowing that music, it is leading those souls to him. I'm telling you, for a lot of you all, you have soul contracts with people that you are meant to help lead them. You're meant to guide them, be it in the actual place of employment, because you got the 8 of Pentacles, the actual 9 to 5, putting in the work, or just people that you have a foundational connection with, because Pentacles is also associated with the foundation. When I say foundational connection, community, okay, friends, family. Some of you all may feel guided to do some type of community service, or I'm also getting somebody wanting to start a, what do you call that? Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. A non-for-profit. Like somebody's thinking about doing something like that. And this is not something that I initially picked up, but I'm getting like someone wants to do an Airbnb. I'm getting something like that because it's like someone feels like they are happiest when they are of service. Getting that as well. Let me know in the comment section if that resonates with anybody out there. I love that. You have the 2 of Pentacles. Whoo-hoo! And you guys seen I shuffle these cards. Remember in the very beginning you had the 2 of Pentacles? It was a man who was juggling the pentacle, and the ship was being struck by lightning. He was under the rainbow, but the storm clouds was behind him. Hello, I just want to be okay. Some of you guys have a lot of ups and downs. If you notice, this is down, this is up. It's like, you know, from day to day, it just feels like it's constant up and down. I feel like you are regaining your footing in this world. You are taking control of your life. You are exiting. I'm telling you, you are exiting the storm. You are. That is absolutely what I'm getting. So let's go ahead. Yeah, some of you guys are in your head. Mental imprisonment, the 9 of Swords. Sleepless nights, anxieties, worries, and fears just in your head a lot, feeling overwhelmed. He has his face in his hands like he's overwhelmed, he or she. I feel like for a lot of you all, that may be where you currently are now, right? We're in the 9th month. You got the 9 of Swords. You're currently in that energy right now, but that won't be long lasting. That much I can assure you. I just seen the Star card, wish fulfillment and healing. Healing is coming in. Hello. This is our second time. Remember, this is our second time. 78 cards in both decks, and you keep getting these cards. So that's confirmation that, you know, things are getting ready to work out. Remember, I kept talking about children. If you look at this card, there's no children here. It's just these 2 women. Some of you all are meant, you had to go through that hardship. Your children seen you, and this is leadership also. Your children seen you make something out of nothing. They seen you make it happen to make sure that they were taken care of. You were taken care of. They seen you go through hardships. And even if you don't sit down and talk to them directly and say, don't do what I did, don't put yourself in this position, do what I did, fight for this and do that. Even if you don't do that, but Spirit is telling for a lot of y'all you should. But even if you don't do that, your children are going to lead their life by your example. Like because these are young children. And it doesn't have to be children as young. It could be teenagers also. I feel like they're just realizing, like, you know, you didn't give up. You just kept fighting. You kept moving. And so you had to be put through those tower moments for you to be an example for others. Just seeing the Star card again. Some of y'all could be in Aquarius. Yeah, there's something with children. Okay, you got Scorpio with the Death card. The Death, people always give the Death card a negative, you know, association. But if you think about it, for every death, there's a birth. There's always that saying, for every person that dies, a person is born. You are being reborn. Okay? Something is ending, something is beginning. It's the ending of a cycle for a lot of you all. 10 of Cups in reverse. So again, for a lot of y'all, you're having a hard time with something involving your family, your community. Things are just not settled. Things are not as you would want them to be, but it will be. And if things in your family life just seems like it's just been all over the place for a while, again, I feel like you're going to take control. You're taking the reins. You're taking control over that situation. There's nothing, and I just realized this now. Major, major, major. You have all major arcanas here. This is a major transformation that you're going through. Absolutely major. You've been through a major storm. I mean a tsunami of a storm, and you are coming out victorious. Let's get a clarifier for the Emperor. Universal energies of light, love, and divine protection. Give me a clarifier for the Emperor for our full moon collective reading. Damn. Okay, watch my hand. It slid out this way and it landed sideways. Now, upright is yes, reverse is no, sideways is transitioning in or out of a situation. It's also a level of uncertainty. It's definitely something associated with uncertainty because the card is face down. When we can't see the image, there's something that's unknown to us about how we will get. I feel like this is saying about it's unknown about how you move to get to this point. A lot of people are confused about what do I do to transition from a heaviness to this point of complete control or to this point of stability. Wow, you will be moving regardless. The world card, travel distance for a movement, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. And we just had Scorpio with the major arcana, the death card, when I was just talking about the death card. So for some of you all, you may be still dealing with this storm for a little bit until Scorpio season I'm getting. Then that's when this transition is going to happen for you all. But keep in mind, that's not long. We are in September right now. Scorpio season starts in October. So going back to this song, be okay. I just want to be okay. Be okay. Be okay. I just want to be okay today. Tell yourself every single day, it's going to be okay. I just want to be okay. Most High, Divine, whatever you resonate with, just help me get through this day. That may be the affirmation that you have to say. I am open to your blessings and I'm open to your assistance in helping me get through this day and every other day after. Whatever you need to do of a positive nature to assure yourself that you're going to get through that cycle. Because see, this is about cycles. One cycle ending, brand new cycle beginning. Okay. With the world card, travel distance for a movement, I'm telling you, you have movement happening. You just don't see it right now because you're in the middle of it. You see how sideways is like in the middle of a situation. You're in the middle of a transition right now. This is, if it's in reverse, it's like you're going hamster wheel, just going in circles. Upright, you are already moving in that circle. Sideways, you're transitioning right now. Right now in this moment as we speak, you are transitioning and you are exiting the storm. Because see, right now, she's in that circle, so she's still in it. Sideways, you're exiting the storm. That spiritual storm, that emotional storm, that financial storm, you're exiting it right now. Because again, this is a transition sideways. And again, you have nothing but major arcanas here. You guys know major arcanas is definite. Okay. Let's get a clarifier for your judgment card. Another goddamn major arcana. Okay. Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. You have the Wheel of Fortune. In reverse, the opposite of fortune is misfortune or unfortunate. So right now you're going through some unfortunate times. Your finances may not be where you want it to be. You may feel like the devil has been taking you on a roller coaster of a ride, but it's in reverse. So it's making me feel like the devil, if you don't resonate with the actual energy of the devil, it could just be an energy of something negative, something oppressive. It doesn't have control because a writer has control over the direction his wheel is spinning. It's in reverse. Okay. But also it's a way of thinking for a lot of you all as well, like feeling like nothing positive is happening for you. I'm going to say again, you're transitioning out of that thought pattern. That cycle is wrapping up because, again, this is about cycles with the world here. Let's get a clarifier for the judgment card. Universal energies of light, love, and divine protection. Give me a clarifier for the judgment card. Okay. Did something flip up? It did. Let's see. You have the Four of Pentacles. And then you have this, yeah, I like this though, to be honest with you. The Four of Pentacles is holding on for dear life, right? It's in reverse. They're saying release, confusion. The Seven of Cups is illusion, confusion, feeling scattered. In reverse, release confusion. Release, 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 release. It does not belong in your life. Release the need to hold on so tight to things that are outdated, to things that don't align with you anymore. You got to release that. For some of you all, you will find success when you release something that you were raised to believe that life has to play out a certain way. Because Pentacles is like your traditional values, your roots. If you notice, he's removed himself. There, you had a city, you have a village in the background behind him, which means he's moved away from that. Or he wants to move away from that, but he's holding on to it and reverses, let go. For some of you all, if you want to relocate, because again, he's not in that city. He's not within those walls. He's not there. He's outside of it. If you want to relocate with the world card, they're telling you it's time for you to do just that. For some of you all, where you are is holding you back. There is a such thing as geographic astrology. Like you can look in your natal chart And it will tell you where you should live in life in order for you to be successful. Some of you all need to look into that. Some of y'all definitely need to look into that, because for some of y'all, where you're living is holding you back. It's creating stagnancy. You may have been born there. You were meant to be there just for a certain purpose, for a specific time, but not long term. Now it's time for you to relocate. Now it's time for you to set roots elsewhere, because in reverse, those roots are being pulled up. Also, remember I was saying earlier, someone has not had a good relationship with money. Okay, you need to release anything toxic associated with your connections with money or lack thereof. Someone may have a lack mentality when it comes to money, because right, he has money, he's holding on to it. In reverse, there, it's a loss of money. And that makes a lot of sense to get this also, because remember, we had the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Somebody may have, been struggling with finances over the last 4 months. Like, it's constantly like robbing Peter to pay Paul, and not having enough, just literally living from check to check, Like, I don't even know how I'm gonna be able to pay these bills. I don't know how I can do it. Just feeling scattered, overwhelmed. Blessings are being called down for you. People from your soul tribe are being called in to assist you. That makes me think about this energy. People are being called in to work with you. And I say this all the time, and I probably, they should pay me at this point. But I promise you all, I'm not affiliated with this at all. But I really, really am very supportive of it because of what it does. If you are looking for a home, or you're wanting to purchase, you have a consistent income, but your credit is not the best, and you want to buy a property, look into NACA, N-A-C-A, NACA. Look into it. It does not go according to your credit. If you have a job and you have a consistent flow of income and you are looking for a property, but you feel defeated because you do not have the credit, look into NACA. They have the lowest interest rates in the nation, more than traditional and conventional loans and things like that. Again, I'm not affiliated with them, but I have signed up with it when I was on my search looking for a home and things like that. Look into that, because somebody is looking to relocate. I'm telling you this right now. I'm getting, even if he's outside of those city limits, somebody also may have lived in the city, and you may need to move out of the city. It may be too busy. Energetically, it's too busy. You may need to move to the suburbs. Move to where it's far stretches of land where you and your neighbors aren't so close to each other. It's energetically, like I said in the very beginning, before I started the reading, a lot of you all are having energetic upgrades. And so if you live in a city or someplace that's very, very busy, it could be draining to you because you're absorbing everything. And that could be so much for you right now. And if you're looking at it like, well, I can't just afford to up and move and things like that, I just told you what to look into, didn't I? Go ahead and look into that if you're trying to move, because it's something with moving here. Both of these give me something with moving. Somebody may feel like I don't have the money right now because this is the reverse. I don't have the money right now, but I'm going to say this again. Don't just say what you don't, because there's so many programs that are available. You got to do the research. I know that sounds easier said than done, but it's available. It's available, because before, when I was trying to do conventional loans and things like that, and they're like, oh, well, you need this credit score, I felt defeated. And this is a true story. I felt very defeated about it. And honest to God truth, a young lady, she's my age, she just randomly called me. I hadn't talked to her since her mother passed. Her mother passed, I want to say 13 years ago. I grew up with her when we were childhood friends. And she just randomly called me. I hadn't talked to her since her mother passed. And she just called me. She was like, I've been thinking about you so much. And, I see, we follow each other on Facebook. And she was like, oh, my God, your children are so beautiful. And she was talking about my kids. And I was like, oh, I see you just had a child. Congratulations, blah, blah, blah. And, we were just catching up on things. And then randomly, she was telling me that her and her good girlfriend were thinking about buying a building so that they can start a non-for-profit. And she was saying that they were going through NACA in order to buy this property. And she started explaining everything to me about it. And immediately I jumped on it. Because guess what? Spirit sent her to communicate with me. And this happened like 2 years ago. This happened 2 years ago, and Spirit sent this person to work with me and help me get that, and I accepted that knowledge and the information you gave me, everything that she talked to me about. I absorbed that, and then I started doing my own research and things like that. She was meant to come into my life to tell me that, because I was really beating myself up about this credit and this and this and this. And Spirit was like, girl, what's for you is for you. What's for you is for you. Now, as we talk about this, I haven't moved because right now I'm in a different transition, like that death card transitioning, because I'm realizing I'm going to wait until my last child graduates high school. So I got 2 more years in Illinois. I got 2 more years in Chicago. And after that, bam, that's going to go up right. Some of you are going through that phase too, like you're wanting to prepare for your transition. So you're in the middle, sideways. You're in the middle of a transition. Right now you're trying to control certain areas of your life, but they're telling you, if that is the case, now is the time to start focusing on what your outlook, what you want your outlook to look like, what your story looks like. Now it's time for you to work on that. But while you're in that phase of preparing for that, you're going to be sent resources to help you, because Spirit is dispatching. This makes me feel like a dispatch. They're dispatching Spirit members, people from your soul tribe, to come in and give you information. And it's going to be random stuff, because I kid you guys not, I swear that woman just called me just talking about, hey, I've been thinking about you, just wanted to catch up. Ain't talked to her in 13 years. And then towards the tail end of our conversation, she starts talking about that right in the time where I was like right in the throes of trying to find a property and conventional loans and all this other stuff. So again, if you're looking for something, if you have a consistent income, NACA, NACA, look it up. Look it up. I'm telling you, go ahead and do it. You will not regret it. And then also, like I said, for some of you all, you have to release, traditional thoughts about how life should be. Like, this is what success looks like. This is what happiness looks like. As we go through different journeys in our life, all of that changes. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a doctor. I don't want to do that anymore. Not because I don't feel like it's important, but because my heart, and in my heart, that's not something I feel like I would want to do every single day. I know it's beautiful for somebody to do that. We need doctors. We need people who are caring and providing and things like that. But I've had a shift. Life experiences have made me shift my perspective. And that's what a lot of you all are going through. You're in the middle of a shift right now. Your world is changing. That's what I'm getting for a lot of y'all. With this being sideways, your world is changing. You're going through a completely different journey. And I feel like it's a beautiful journey. It may not have always been beautiful. It has not always been picture perfect. But in the end, you're controlling the narrative more than you know. But it's going to require you to release some outdated thought patterns and about how things should look. Who gives a fuck about what everybody else thinks and how life should look? The only thing that matters and the only person that matters is you, because you have to live this life. Yes, you got people associated with you, but they don't have to live that life. They don't have to wake up in your shoes every day. Only you. So it's time for you to change your direction. And if your soul has been telling you for a long time to change your direction, you better change that direction or you're going to be miserable. And that's just the facts. Because that's what the tower is. The tower will make you feel so uncomfortable, so miserable. Because the tower comes in when after the universe is giving you an opportunity to change your direction. After the universe has given you sign after sign after sign that you need to release something, but you still keep holding on because that's what you're comfortable with. You still keep holding on because that's what you're used to. You still keep holding on because that's all you know. Just because that resonates does not mean that that's what you're meant to do long term. And that's when the tower comes in. And this eclipse energy, that's the reality that a lot of you all are coming to right now. It's time for you to release something. If you think about the eclipse forces stuff. So that's what you may be experiencing right now, or you've been experiencing it for a while and you didn't get it. And now you're seeing this eclipse, this full moon eclipse is helping you realize, like, I'm not being punished. It's just my hand is being forced because I was holding on to stuff that I should have let go a long time ago. That's exactly what this full moon eclipse energy is bringing in for a lot of people. Absolutely, positively. It's bringing in the reality that you need to release something because it was keeping you confused. It was keeping you all over the place, scattered. Now it's time for you to shift your direction, shift how you navigate the situation. It's time for a shift to happen, and it will. and you'll be in control of it. You're always in control of it. We are co-creators of our reality. You're always in control, but you will not do it alone. You will have support. You will have help. It's going to happen. Even if for the longest you've been doing it alone. Like, I don't have family. I don't have friends. Who said anything about family and friends? Soul tribes are people who are a part of your soul circle who come into your life at a specific place, date, time. If you don't have friends, you don't have family, your soul family is coming in. A caseworker, a loan officer, somebody that you ain't talked to in years, like my situation, is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. Okay, so make sure you say your affirmations, speak peace over your situation, claim control over your life, and it will be. Okay. So again, make sure if you want to have that discounted price for today's full moon reading, click the link in the description box below, and you want to click the photo that has been pinned on all of my social medias. It should be a picture on Instagram, TikTok, as well as the community center here on YouTube. Click that photo, and that will be the discounted price. Follow those promptings. The sale will go, the price will go back to normal at midnight Central Standard Time. And thank you guys, as always, for watching Queen Airbender Tarot. Until next time, take care and be well. Bye.